Hello, everyone. I realize that I've been putting out a significant number of mobile upload unscripted videos lately, and I would like to apologize for the lacking content quality, as it were. My computer is currently motherless or motherboardless, so I've been relegated to using KineMaster on my phone, and I can't really do all that much with it, at least not nearly so much as I could from my desktop. But that's not the issue here. We'll get the apologies out of the way. The issue here is that of male suicide and the recent bombardment I have been receiving, questioning why it is that I do not focus on female suicide as well. I've been having a bit of a back and forth with a particular Twitter feminist slash mental health advocate slash, I think, Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan, though that's not really relevant, about the poll that I've been running that just closed with over 300 votes. Thank you for everyone who contributed, who answered the survey. I do appreciate it. The information is very valuable. But as to why I didn't ask about female suicides and attempted suicides, this is not a new occurrence for me. Ever since I started talking about men's issues, the instinctive reply from a number of individuals seems to be, what about the women? And anyone who has discussed men's rights at any length will probably have received this quite a bit. So, having received this criticism, critique, or question yet again, I am going to lay this out very clearly as to why I do not focus on female suicide while addressing the issue of male suicide. The simple reason why I do not devote extra time, effort, and other resources to the examination of female suicide during my campaign to lower the rates of male suicide is because female suicide is not as pressing of an issue. Full stop. Now I'll back this up because I could see that ruffling a couple of feathers. The reason I make this statement is because 3 to 4 times more men commit suicide than women. Men commit suicide at a rate 3 to 4 times that of women. At the end of the day, it may sound callous, but individuals who are listed as attempting suicide, but who do not succeed in committing suicide, are not as important as the ones who could not be saved. Now that seems a little backwards, especially since I like to focus on the concept of triage activism, affecting what you have the greatest power to affect within your locus of control the most efficiently. But the issue is this. Once someone has committed suicide, there is nothing more we can do for them. They are lost to the world, to their families, their friends, everything. So if there's 2 distinct groups, and one group is killing themselves at 3 to 4 times the rate of the other group, I am going to focus my efforts on the group most demonstrably in need of them. Now, I have said this as well. When we can get male and female suicide rates down to even roughly par, I will begin looking at solutions for both sides in equal measure. But until that time, I will focus on bringing down the rate of male suicide. And I don't think that's such a horrible thing to do. If you are someone intent on coming into one of my discussions about male suicide, and you are hell-bent on injecting a female focus into the discussion, I will most likely ignore you. This is not to be rude. This is not to dismiss you. This is not to claim that your issue does not matter. This is simply a way of recognizing that there are more important and more pressing issues at hand, and that I do not have the time, effort, energy, or resources to devote to also addressing your issue. So, without much further ado, I'm going to wrap up this video. But before I do, I would like to say this to everyone who voted in it's not really a vote, everyone who responded to my survey regarding the ripple effects of male suicides and attempts. Thank you. That poll received over 40 retweets and well over 300 votes, which is far beyond any impact I've been able to have so far. And I will be documenting that along with future polls. I know as scientific as a Twitter survey is, to give some level of informal reference to the effects that male suicide has on the world at large. I'm not particularly sure what the next poll will be just yet, but I will be out with one likely around the same time as this weekend's live stream. If you do not already know, I will be hosting a 24-hour fundraising live stream focusing on game streaming to keep things a little more light in light of the subject matter. 24 hours from 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from the 18th of February to the 19th of February. Adjust that for your time zone as you may. I have 3 sets of raffle prizes to go out for donors. That is, provided we're able to reach the milestones in each 8-hour fundraising section. This stream's goal is much more ambitious than the last ones, but I have provided a list of prizes that has been greatly expanded to offset the lofty fundraising goals. So, if you would like to support the BSCM Ride for Change charity benefit bike tour that I'm planning, or, and possibly you'd like a chance at winning some pretty awesome games on Steam, come on out to my channel this Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and chip in $1 or $2 towards the cause. Every dollar that you donate, US dollar, that you donate will give you one chance to win towards every game that is raffled. Meaning, if we raise enough money to meet the fundraising goals for 7 games and you've donated $1, well, you now have 1 entry in every single raffle. I don't like having to pitch the raffle angle. I do wish that I could generate enough viewership and funds raised through the nobility of the cause alone. But that's not the case, and I really don't begrave anyone for wanting something or a chance at something more tangible than just the feel goods of donating to a charity benefit. So, I would like to invite you all to come out to that. Donors can also participate in the stream itself, depending on if they have the game or if we're playing a party game like Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes or Quiplash. The last 2 streams have been extremely fun, to be honest. Taxing, because they're 24 hours, but overall enjoyable and very successful. So come on out and let's make a change, folks. Thank you.